Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for joining us today. My name is Sherry East and I'm a high school science teacher and I'm currently serving as the president of the South Carolina Education Association. We are gathered today at the historic headquarters of the South Carolina Education Association. Two groups of teachers, the Black Teachers Association and the White Teachers Association, came together about 55 years ago and pooled their money and bought this land and built this building for teachers, because they knew that we would like to forge a new path to deliver the promise of a good public education for all students. Today we recall this historic moment as South Carolina educators unite to fight for the future of our public schools and for the education that our South Carolina students deserve. As educators, we know that the work that our students cannot be contained in the four walls of our classrooms, or it can stop at the schoolhouse doors. We have to carry that work with us home and into the places of our everyday life. As our students need and deserve our advocacy anywhere decisions are being made that impact them, and one of those places will be the elections this fall for the State Superintendent of Education's office. That is why the SCEA's political action team has met, deliberated, and voted to recommend Lisa Ellis. Lisa? State Superintendent of Education position. The choice from the SCEA members was clear. Lisa Ellis has an authentic voice. She's an advocate and an ally that will fight for our students, our families, and educators. That's why the PAC voted unanimously to recommend Lisa Ellis. Lisa was born and raised in South Carolina. She has valuable experience as one of us, as a fellow educator that has stepped into the ring to do what's right for our students and for all of our public schools in South Carolina. We call on all educators and anyone who supports public education to unite with us for this candidate who is not only the most qualified, but who will do the most good for South Carolina and our school staff. We encourage you to tune in Sunday night to our Facebook Live to hear more from Lisa, on an advocacy session to hear more from our candidate, Lisa Ellis. So I will now turn it over to Lisa Ellis to give us a few words. And again, we're very excited to make this announcement today and appreciate all of you that came out to share in this moment with us.
Thank you, Sherry, and thank you everyone who came out today. I really appreciate it. As the only classroom teacher in the race for South Carolina State Superintendent of Education, the honor of the SCEA's endorsement of my campaign is not lost upon me. Families, students, educators, and legislators all agree that we are at a pivotal moment in education at this time. However, there are two countering visions for our public education system. I believe the SCEA educators across our state, parents and families have supported my vision because it is one focused on students rather than politics. And just like the mission of the SCEA to be an advocate for quality public education in South Carolina, I aim to advocate for your students and your students' teachers and support staff. I often talk about putting a high-quality teacher in every classroom in the state, a goal that is achieved by, in addition to properly funding education, teacher professional excellence. Like the SCEA, I believe in hiring teachers who are educated, well-trained professionals, and in manifesting an environment that helps teachers advance their best teaching practices. As an instructional facilitator, it was my priority to implement school-level professional development and data-driven improvements that benefit both teachers and students. As State Superintendent of Education, I will bring this same approach to my leadership, focused on facts and not partisan agendas. One startling fact is the South Carolina teacher shortage. We started last year with 1,000 classrooms without teachers, and by December, another 977 teachers had resigned. This leads to larger classroom sizes, minimized prep time, and less engagement for each and every student to help them achieve their greatest success. In the end, shouldn't student success be everyone's goal? That is why, in addition to ensuring the highest quality teachers in our students' classrooms, I will fight for competitive teacher salaries to attract and retain more teachers for more classrooms. I will work with school districts to help improve working conditions for school staff members, motivating more teachers to stay in the profession and improving students' experiences. I have no doubt that these priorities, along with my educational and professional qualifications, are why the South Carolina Education Association has endorsed me for State Superintendent of Education. I have the greatest appreciation for the SCEA and all educators across the state. I promise to never lose perspective of why both the SCEA and I are fighting so hard for our students' future. Thank you so much.